Okay, everybody, here we are going to do a couple of urban hikes today. That's not normal for me because I usually like to be out in the woods. But this is something famous to Birmingham. It's one of our landmarks. This is called the Vulcan. And you can go up in that center and stand on that platform. We're not going to do that today. We're going to hike down through here. But over here is a gift shop and a historical place, and they explain all about the history around here and stuff like that in there, and you can buy trinkets and stuff. And we're also, if you look at this giant antenna up there, we're on the top of what is called Red Mountain, which is where Birmingham got all of its iron ore. And one thing that made Birmingham grow, and they call Birmingham the Magic City for those of you that don't know that, of which there are probably a lot that don't. But it was called the Magic City because of the rapid growth of the city due to the fact of the steel. And this area is one of the few areas, I believe maybe the only area in the country, where they have the three main ingredients for steel, which is iron ore, coke, and coal. And so that was one reason that Birmingham grew like it did. And we're standing on top of Red Mountain, and I'm not going to go there today, but you can see where the iron ore deposits give the mountain a rusty red color. You can see it a lot where they cut through the mountain to build roadways and stuff like that. So this trail was built through here. It's a hiking trail, and we're going to get some good looks at the city skyline. And this was put up Kiwanis Vulcan Trail. I'll have to look this up myself to see what the Red Rock Trail System is. Freshwater Land Trust. I actually have no idea. But let's start walking, trying to get a little exercise. I think I said something in another video back away about this kudzu. I think some people might say kudzu, but I say kudzu. But it will just envelop anything it comes in contact with. Now, this is not a native plant. It was brought here, if I remember correctly, to help stop erosion back before they learned good farming techniques. And what it has done is just taken over everything. It's really hard to control. They have, if you want to Google it, they have found a lot of uses for this vine, but it really hasn't taken off. I've heard it being used for cattle feed, and you can use the vines to make like wicker baskets and stuff, different uses, but it's more of a nuisance than it is a useful plant. If you listen, you can really hear a lot of birds. This is real interesting up here. It looks nice. It's treed, and some flowers and plants growing around. But here are all the signs of urban. We have plenty of telephone poles and wires running everywhere, sort of messing up the whole feel of the thing, but I'm still enjoying this. Here are some good examples of that reddish color I was telling you about. Kind of obvious why they would call this Red Mountain. These are just rocks that have broken loose over time. You can imagine there would be a lot of iron ore all in there. These rocks have just broken out of the side of these cliff faces. There's an example right there. There's the WBRC TV channel and their big broadcasting tower. Up here on the mountain, they can get some good broadcast range, and they sure use it to their benefit. There's another big tower right there. I'm not much on this zooming, but sometimes it comes in handy. And here's something that I should have known but didn't know. And that is that kudzu is a flowering plant. I guess I never got up close enough to it to take a look at it. But there are kudzu flowers all through here. I guess even the ugly can show up some pretty every once in a while. I didn't know if I was going to get one or not, but it looks like we're going to get a pretty good view of what the Birmingham skyline looks like. And here we go with the zooming again, even after I said I didn't care that much for it. But there you go, folks. If you've never been to Birmingham, there's some fair warning. Don't come through here during rush hour. The traffic is horrible. Stay away before 9 o'clock in the morning, and don't try to come through here at 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, because if you do, you're going to be sitting on interstate parking lots. Okay, so it's starting to rain on me, and one reason I'm doing this today is because it was going to rain on me. I was actually going down to the river to finish up part 2 of my live bait series, and the weather forecast today was just bad enough that I decided that I didn't want to do it. Now, you know, it's one of those things, if I was 28, I probably would have gone anyway, but not now. I don't want to be caught down a river in a thunder and lightning storm with possibility of flash floods. That's just not my thing anymore. So I wanted to get out and get a little bit of exercise and do something, and so I thought I would just bring you along with me. And I'm going to go to another trail today too that will be in this video. So there are going to be two different trails in this video, assuming that thunder and lightning don't get me first. But anyway, I've been walking along here for a pretty good little while. I'm telling you, there are just the birds up here are almost noisy. I love it. Listen to this. Well, there had to be an airplane. I don't care where you go. You could be on the North Pole and there would be a jetliner flying across the top of it. Oh well. Let's try this again. Okay, here we are on part 2 of today's hike. This is Shades Creek Greenway, and it goes all the way down to the Brookwood Mall, which is like 3 miles away. So it's an easy 6-mile hike if you want to do it, and I've done it several times. And actually, if you go across I guess it's US 31, it actually hooks up with another hiking trail over there that goes through a city called Mountain Brook, which is a suburb of Birmingham. But let's go hike this for a little while and see what it's all about. And we did have a pretty good little rain shower there for a minute. You can see the puddle up here in the parking lot. Now, I used to come down here and hike this place a long time before they ever got it all paved and everything, years ago. I used to have to go through some pretty tall weeds and stuff, and I would end up with these burrs all over me. And I went into happy hour one day and still had those burrs hooked to my, there's one of those mimosas that was in that other video. They built this up real nice here. This is going under a bridge here. Yeah, that water's muddied up quite a bit. So we've had some rain here. This is Shades Creek. And this is a bridge going over the top of it. But as I was saying, I went down to happy hour with these little birds on me, little, I don't know what shape you would call them, like little triangular things, real small. And a girl I know was sitting there, and she called them beggar lice. I guess I could look that up. Maybe I will if I remember to do it. But she called them. Let's see if I can get myself into this thing here. I still haven't got real good with this gimbal. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great, thanks. But anyway, she took her fingernails and pulled that little burr open, and inside it was a seed, and she said those were edible. So I pulled several of those little beggar lice off of my shorts probably my shoelaces and socks and everywhere else where they were stuck. And I pulled one apart, tasted it, and it was actually pretty good. It was kind of a peppery little flavor. But I don't know how much work a person would have to put in to... I love bugs outside. I don't know how much work a person would have to put in to get enough of those to eat or flavor something, but it's not been anything I've done since. But anyway, just to look up beggar lice if you're hungry out in the woods. Probably use more calories eating it than you get out of it, but they weren't too bad. And I'm just rambling on. Back to the original story. Is I used to hike this all the time before they paved it and stuff. Then somebody got the idea that they would get all together and pave this and make it available to everybody, and it's actually worked out pretty good. This is also a multi-use trail here, meaning that you can bring anything but a motorized vehicle. So you can ride a bike and walk, whatever you want to do to get some exercise. And I used to ride my bike on here. I was actually practicing to do some long rails to trails things. And I was down in Gulf Shores. And fell off that bicycle and hurt my knee real bad. And I decided maybe I didn't want to ride a bicycle that often. But anyway, let's hike on. Or that often, I'm talking about that long. So anyway, let's hike on down through here and see if we can find something. Well, what this is all about today is that you don't have to get out and drive a long way to find somewhere to walk or run. The only thing you're looking for is to... How you doing today? The only thing you're looking for is just to get a little bit of exercise. Try to get some blood, you know, flowing through those veins. And you can find these places, big cities, small towns. It doesn't make any difference. All these places have gotten together and created walking and biking paths for people. All you have to do is go on the internet and just put in something similar, something simple like hikes near me or hiking near me, and you'll be amazed at what comes up there for you to choose from. So just go ahead and give that a shot and get out and get yourself a little bit of exercise. It's going to make you feel a whole lot better, believe me.